Hello beautiful, welcome in. I am so happy that you're here today. Today's video is extremely special. I have a very exciting announcement coming up, but we are talking about how to attract your desires. How do you push past that block that is stopping you from having everything that you want? That is what I'm going to teach you how to do today. My girls, we have just reached 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. When I saw the number, it just made me so excited. I think it finally hit me that every day I get to wake up and be on your journey with you, to connect to your feminine energy, to do your inner work and be your dream woman. I am so honored. I am so grateful that I get to lead you on that journey. The messages that you girls send me, the comments that you write, the way that you take notes and you're so enthusiastic and excited to be here, it makes my day. The last 6 months with you girls has changed my life. I see that it has changed your life. I'm so honored to be here. And to celebrate this huge accomplishment for us, I'm going to be doing a giveaway, my very first giveaway. So what I'm going to do is give away my Become Your Dream Woman and Master Your Feminine Energy course to one girl. This course is everything that I have learned about feminine energy, my years and years of studying it and learning it for myself, I have put into this course. It is your 101 guide to learn everything there is about connecting to your feminine energy and doing your inner work. So what you want to do to enter this giveaway is post on your Instagram story either a picture of you or one of these videos and tell me something about how your life has changed from your own feminine energy and inner work journey. How have you transformed? I'm going to pick one girl randomly and I will announce the winner through email and through the next YouTube video coming up. So make sure that you post on your story if you want to be a part of that giveaway. Also, I've created a discount code to give you my program for its original price. That code is 100K Love. It's also in the description. It's a limited time discount. It will end on April 21st. So if you'd like to join my course, go ahead and use that to give yourself a special deal. Again, I'm so grateful. Every single one of you that is here, it feels like a dream come true that I get to work with you every day. I love you and I'm so happy that we are on this journey together. Now let's go ahead and get into the video. So how do you attract your desires? I have 3 keys that are going to help you do this. The first one is you want to learn to shift out of lack energy and into abundant energy. Lack energy will always block your desire. So if you think about people who are in relationships versus people who are single, I can almost always tell when there is a difference. When someone is single, you will see that their eyes are constantly scanning the room, they're always adjusting their body, they almost have this lack energy that they are exuding, versus someone that is in a relationship. They are not scanning the restaurant, they are not fixing themselves, they're confident, they are secure, they are fulfilled. This is a perfect example of what I am teaching you, how to shift from the lack to the abundant energy. You only attract what you are the energetic match for. If you are carrying yourself in the energy of, I don't have my desire, I'm not in a relationship, I'm broke, I don't have the life that I want, you will never attract your desire. You can only receive what you are the energetic match for. This is why people who are in relationships, who are exuding that confident, abundant energy, they get hit on so much. It's because they are not in the desperate energy. They are confident in themselves, they are feeling good, they exude energy that just attracts everything to them. You get to decide what energy you are in. You can literally switch it at every single moment. That is the power that you have. Something else to note too is whatever your energy is, God will continue sending you that. So if your energy is, I'm broke, or I don't have the body that I want, I don't have the relationship that I want, you will continue receiving that. Because once again, you only receive what you are the energetic match for. You will not be able to even hold the space for a relationship to come if your energy is closed off and if you're saying, I don't have it yet. You do not have the open arms to receive it. So you want to switch your energy to be abundant rather than in lack. A few key things for you to know to be in that abundant energy rather than the lack energy are this. Number 1, there is more than enough available for you. You don't need to be worried that there's a limited supply of what it is that you desire. There's more than enough. Number 2, time is never running out. You don't need to be in a rush. You don't need to hurry along the process of when you're going to receive your desire. You are on the perfect path. Where you are right now is exactly where you need to be. And number 3, nobody can come in and take away what is meant for you. Nobody can come and take away your dream career or your dream partner. What's yours will come to you. Nobody can stop that. In addition to that, if you had everything on your timeline, as I was saying in point number 2, that a lot of us feel time is running out, we need to have our desire right now. If you had what it is that you desire right now, you might not be able to handle it. That is why God sends you things in His timing, because it is best. Let's say that you really, really desire to be in a relationship. Have you done work to heal through your childhood trauma? Have you done work to work on yourself, to heal your attachment style, to heal through your triggers and wounds, so that when that partner comes, you don't self-sabotage it? That is why sometimes there might be either a lesson that you need to learn, or some healing and growth, or some opportunities that you need to take advantage of right now before your desire comes. So remove the expectation of the timeline, sit back and relax, and be excited and curious for when your desire is going to come to you. Something else that I wrote here too, when you are having that abundant energy, one way that you can easily switch into that is to dress for the job that you want, not the job that you have. And what I mean by this is start living as if your desire is already here. This is one of the TikTok videos that I made a while ago that went viral. I was telling girls that if you really desire to be in a relationship, or you're feeling, I really, really want a man, I want my partner to come now, what you're gonna do is start creating your bedtime routine as if your partner is already a part of your life. Start wearing the cute pajamas to bed, start taking extra good care of your skin, smell good, make your bed nice. How would you live if your partner was already a part of your life? That is how you're going to attract him very, very quick. I get so many messages from girls saying, Alexis, you will never believe what happened. I started wearing cute pajamas to bed and feeling good, and now I'm actually in that relationship. It happens very, very quickly. Why this happens is because you are becoming the energetic match for what it is that you want. You are literally creating the space for that person to come into your life. This is how you attract your desires. You become the energetic match. And what happens too is when you clear that space for that person to come and you start doing these little changes, maybe you wear a cute satin pajama set to bed, what happens is the next day you feel a little bit better because you were really dressed up, you felt really cute going to bed. Maybe you decide, oh, I'm gonna go and get a coffee in the morning, or I'm gonna take some time and get a tea. Your life path looks different because every little decision that you have made changes where you decide to go throughout the day. By you choosing to go to that coffee shop because you felt good the night before, maybe you end up meeting your dream partner there. This is how it works. The more you decide, I'm going to feel good, I'm going to live as if that person is already here, the closer you get to actually attracting that reality. It's so exciting for me to talk about because I see this happen over and over again for girls. And men too. I know there's a lot of men that watch my channel. I don't mean to exclude you. I remember the moment that I finally understood this concept. And what happened was I was feeling very insecure and very sad that I had never been in a relationship before. Never dated when I was a teenager. I was not into my first relationship until I was in my early 20s. And I remember seeing one of my good friends and her boyfriend interact, and I felt so sad, so insecure that I did not have that beautiful love yet. I would cry, I would talk to God, why do I not have a partner yet? I want one so bad. And I could feel him say, he is already here. I could feel that, and that is when I realized, you know what? I'm going to release control. I know he's out there, and I'm going to trust God's timing over mine. What I started doing is living my life to the best. I remember I just had this energetic breakthrough, and I started taking such good care of myself, started going for walks every day, getting into the sun, laying out my vision board, and really investing in myself. 3 weeks later, guess who I met? The man who became my first love. And this, it gives me chills to talk about because of how fast this happened. When I switched from the lack to the abundant energy, I became a magnet for my desires. This is how it works for you. So your goal is to release any lack energy. It is blocking you from having your desire. Switch to the abundant energy instead. Okay, point number 2. Oh, also something that I wrote, I literally get DMs every day from girls, Alexis, I just met my partner, or I just entered into a relationship. Thank you for all of this advice that you've given me to really feel good and be my best and be my feminine energy, because everything that I desire is finally coming. And it comes very, very quick too. I see this over and over again in my life and the lives of other women. So back to point number 2. you have to learn to feel worthy of receiving it. This is one of the most important things that I can ever tell you. You will never have your desire if you do not feel worthy of receiving it. What will happen if you don't feel worthy of receiving your desire is either you will be blinded, you will not see it when it is right in front of you, or you will self-sabotage it when it comes. And this applies to relationships, finances, weight loss. This is why you hear so many people say, I accidentally self-sabotaged my relationship when I finally met a good man or finally met a good woman. It is because if you don't feel worthy of receiving it, you will mess it up. Your brain cannot help it because you cannot understand why it is in your life. And again, this applies with finances, it applies with things like weight loss. Let's use weight loss as an example. Let's say that you feel you just cannot lose the weight. Well, do you maybe feel that you are not worthy of having that life where you feel good and you love your body? Do you feel that you're worthy of having your dream body? If you don't, you will never have it. And I talk about this in my video, How to Get Your Dream Body. You have to believe that you are so worthy of feeling good in your skin and loving your body. Same thing with finances. If you don't believe that you can make 6 figures a year or 7 figures a year, you will set a cap to what you can actually receive. You will spend all the money that you make, or you will never apply for the jobs that you're actually a great match for because you don't believe that you're worthy of having it. You have to learn to build your self-worth. This is how you attract your desires, and this is how you actually hold on to them when they come. So what I want you to do is become so clear about what it is that you desire. I know that there's something that you desire. You were brought to this video, you're watching it for a reason. What is it that you desire? And then ask yourself, maybe you actually sit and meditate or you journal. Do I really feel worthy of having this desire? And see what comes up for you, because that might be why you don't have it yet. It could be an unconscious block for you. What I want to tell you is that you are more than worthy of having that desire. Otherwise, it would not be in your heart. Every desire that you have is there because it's available for you. You are more than worthy of having it. You just have to shake yourself and realize it. I just want to shake some of my girls sometimes that I work with one-on-one and say, open your eyes, girl. You are worthy to have this. Stop blocking yourself. Do this for yourself. Give yourself that eye-opening moment. Tell yourself, I'm worthy to have it, and then do the work to build your self-worth. In my course, Become Your Dream Woman and Master Your Feminine Energy, there are so many tools to help you build your self-worth, to help you actually step back and see who you are, to see how amazing you are. And even besides my course, there's so much free content online through TikTok and YouTube and books and podcasts to help you build your self-worth. Take the time to learn to build yours up, and then you will start attracting your desires and actually being able to hold on to them. To give you a visual representation of what low self-worth looks like, imagine that you are living life, but there's a gray fog in front of you. The gray fog represents low self-worth. That gray fog will blind you from being able to see the path that will lead you to your desire. Every time you build your self-worth, you are clearing that gray fog more and more until it becomes crystal clear of how you actually get to your desire. Self-worth goes hand in hand with attracting your desires. It is so, so important for you to build this. All right, point number 3, and this is my favorite to talk about, probably because I'm a feminine energy coach. So what you have to do to attract your desire is learn to connect deeper to your feminine energy. So why this is because when you are in your feminine energy, you are in a state of being present and flowing and open and relaxed. When you are in this state, you raise to a high vibration. So if you're not familiar with vibrations and frequencies, every living being has an energetic vibrational frequency. It's either low, medium, or high. When you have a low vibrational frequency, this is when your body, your mind is filled with emotions such as anger, sadness, guilt, shame, and there's very low energy circulating around you. When you have a higher vibration, this happens when you're around very, very happy, upbeat people, or you receive amazing news. You know that moment when you just hear something that lights you up? That's your high vibration. When you're feeling good and happy and grateful and so full of love in life, that is you at a high vibration. There's a lot of energy all around you, this field that's just glowing around you. When you have that high vibration, you attract your desires so quick, it's almost scary. It's because there's lots of energy making you a magnet for whatever it is that you desire. When you are in your body, you're in your feminine energy and you're feeling good, you are in this high vibrational state, and it becomes very easy for you to attract your desires. Also, when you're in your feminine energy and you're truly connected to your body, you understand what your desire is. That is why I could talk about feminine energy all day. I'm so passionate about it because we are living sometimes this life where we are so blocked from what our true passions, from what our true purpose is. The more you connect to your body and the more that you heal and grow, the more that you can understand and hear what your body is trying to tell you. So what happens when you're disconnected from your feminine energy is often you will try to put a box around what your desire is. And why this is dangerous is because it's coming from a need to control, a need to have so much structure, and it could be blocking you off from what that actual desire is. For example, I remember when I would constantly apply for remote job positions. This was a long time ago. I remember I wanted more financial freedom. I wanted more flexibility during the day. I hated the job that I was at. I would constantly apply for these remote jobs. I would maybe apply for 10 a day. It was insane. And I was putting a box around what that desire looked like. It had to be a remote job. That's how I was going to make money. That's how I was going to live my life. When I connected to my feminine energy, my eyes opened up. That box was removed and I started my own business. And I realized, oh my gosh, if I had kept myself boxed in, I would have missed the opportunity to make even more money and to actually create my own schedule. I was so focused on this one specific way. It had to be a remote job. I was creating a box for myself. So my point in saying this is when you connect to your feminine energy, you get more clear on what the actual desire is. My desire was to have financial freedom and flexibility and happiness. And I opened myself up to whatever that could look like. I was not trying to create and decide what that was going to be. If I had just kept that box and stuck with the remote job, I would never be here with you today. So get into your feminine energy by leaning more into listening to what your body is saying. I have so much content here on YouTube as well as my course that really helps you dive into connecting to your feminine energy. So to wrap up these 3 points before I take some of your guys' questions, point number 1 was switch into abundant energy and remove any lack energy. You want to be living from that state that is so happy and alive and excited and curious. That is how you're going to attract your desire. Number 2 was learn to feel worthy to receiving it. Because if you do not feel worthy of having it, you will subconsciously reject any opportunity for it to come to you. You have to learn to feel worthy of having it. You are more than worthy of having it. Otherwise, that desire would never be in your heart. And point number 3 was learn to connect deeper to your feminine energy. Be in that state of flow and happiness and peace and excitement. Get into that high vibrational state and learn to open yourself up for how that desire is going to come to you. I've loved talking about this with you girls, but now I want to chat with you for a bit and take some of your questions. I am still just blown away that in about 6 months we have grown to 100,000 of you. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. Thank you for the love and the support that you always give. And don't forget about the giveaway for the course. I'm so excited to give that free course away to one of you girls. Also, that code to get the discount for the course, it expires on April 21st. So definitely do not miss that. A lot of you girls have been emailing me, is there going to be a sale soon? Yes, here it is for you. Definitely appreciate listening to you today. Thank you so much, my sweet girl. How do I detach? Oh, this is such a good question. So the key to detaching is understanding that nobody belongs to you. Every single person that comes into your life is their own person, is their own chapter for you. When someone wants to leave or when someone is not showing up and you feel it's not a good match for you, you learn to say, thank you for the lesson that you've given me. Thank you for the memories, the experiences. I peacefully let you go. You got to be a chapter in my life, and that is that. People don't belong to you. Their purpose is to either show you a lesson or to bring you love, to bring you something. Take that lesson and move on and release control of trying to force people to stay in your life. That is how you detach. Oh, you guys have so many great questions. Thank you for being the sister I never had. Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy. I always wanted so many sisters. I have a younger sister and 2 younger brothers, and I always wanted more and more sisters. You guys actually feel like that, so thank you. How do we break bad habits? Oh, this is such a good question. Okay, I have two answers for you. Number one, read the book called Atomic Habits. It is one of the most brilliant books I've ever read. It teaches you how to set up structures, how to set up systems in your life so that it is nearly impossible to even have bad habits. You decide the structure of your life and how your habits actually play out. That book, Atomic Habits, it is it is literally life-changing. It is so helpful. Something else that I'm going to teach you is to be so clear on what your dream self looks like. Whether this is creating a vision board, writing out the qualities of your dream self, what does she look like? How does she act? How does she think? How does she show up every day? When you are so clear about how that best version of you is, it is so unattractive for you to engage in bad habits. Literally, when you can feel yourself engaging in a bad habit, maybe it's scrolling mindlessly on social media or overeating, stop yourself and ask, would the best version of me do this? If she would not, then you say, I get to be that dream version of myself and I'm not going to engage in this today. That is how you help. Also, something else that helps me too is thinking a year from now. If this was a pattern that I kept engaging in, if I would constantly give in to my bad habits, what would my life look like a year from now? That is another question to ask yourself. It is scary to think if I just gave in to every bad habit, where would I be? So that's another mindset hack for you. How do I stop seeking external validation? Oh, you girls ask such good questions. I love being here with you. So, how you stop seeking external validation. What I want you to do is write out all of the things that you are trying to seek from other people. So maybe it's, I'm trying to seek out compliments about my looks, or I'm trying to seek out compliments about my success. What you are going to do is get so clear on what it is that your body is needing, and then you are going to give that to yourself. And I know people say this all the time, give it to yourself, but this is what you actually do. Give that need to yourself in the form of your love language. For example, if your love language is words of affirmation, give yourself notes, give yourself praise. Maybe you tell yourself, good job. For example, good job, Alexis. You accomplished your goal today, or you stayed on track. Literally give yourself the verbal recognition. Maybe your love language is physical touch. When you are feeling so good in your body, or maybe you're looking good, you give yourself a hug instead, or you give yourself a pat on the back. I know it's cheesy, but it works. Your body is craving that validation. This is how you give it to yourself. My love language is acts of service. When I do something that I'm so proud of, or something I would normally try to seek external validation for, I will do something for myself. I will book myself a massage to celebrate, or I will cook myself a good meal, take a nice bath. I will do something that rewards me, and then I'm so fulfilled I don't need to seek external validation anymore. If you understand that external validation is never going to fill you up, you will slowly stop doing it. And giving it to yourself in your love language after you understand what your body is needing, that is how you do it. Marina, great question. What is your opinion about self-sabotaging your appearance? For example, eating too much, not nice clothes. Yeah, so Marina, what is my opinion on it? I think this goes back to what we were talking about, low self-worth. When you self-sabotage your appearance, it is because you do not feel worthy of receiving the opportunities that could come from having it. So for example, let's say that you are trying to lose weight, but deep down, you don't feel worthy of having a healthy, beautiful, fit body. You will unconsciously overeat, or avoid going to the gym, or sabotage your results after you've been doing really good. You'll pick things such as restricting yourself from eating. Those do not work. And it is because deep down, you are scared of having that opportunity to have such a good life if your body looked and felt better. So what I do about this, how to stop self-sabotaging your appearance. 1, build your self-worth again to know that it is available for you. And something else that you can do too is learn to nourish your body. This is also how you build self-worth. So I talk about this in a video called How to Get Your Dream Body. Learn to love your body. Learn to nourish it and treat it like a garden. Because when you view your soul and your body in this way, you are going to treat it better. And naturally, you are going to fill it with things that feel good. Fill it with things that help you. When you see your body as so lovable and so nourishing, you naturally want to care for it so much better. It's like a plant. You give it sunlight and water because it needs it. You will care for your body and your appearance more when you actually love it and enjoy nourishing it. So you might need to switch your perspective on how you actually care for yourself and how you view yourself if you are struggling in this area. I love this question. How did you remove shame and guilt from your past mistakes? So what I did to remove shame and guilt from my past mistakes, I'm trying to think. Okay, so this is an activity that I give you in my course, and it's a breathing exercise. What I will do every night before I go to bed is a breathing exercise where I choose to forgive one person, but I want you to do this with yourself if you are struggling with shame and guilt. What you're going to do, breathe in for 4 seconds. You're going to hold it for another 4 seconds. While you are holding it, literally imagine everything that you feel so shameful and so guilty over. Get it in your head. Imagine all these things are just flowing around. When you exhale, breathe out for 4 seconds. Imagine you are pushing all of these feelings of guilt and shame and anger at yourself. You're pushing them out on the exhale. And then after you have breathed out for 4 seconds, you hold the exhale. Hold it. Imagine you are putting up a block. All of those feelings of guilt and shame, they're being locked out of your body. Okay, they're no longer in you. What you're going to do it again. Breathe in 4 seconds. Any remaining feelings of anger towards yourself, catch it, have them swirling around in your mind, you breathe it out on the exhale. I continue this for 4 times in a row. Usually I'm either working with forgiving other people, but this also works with forgiving yourself. This is how you do it. And please understand, every single person in this world, including you are doing the best that you can with the knowledge that you have. Be so easy on yourself. You did not know better. Otherwise, you would have done better. This is how you remove guilt and shame for yourself. Hi, beautiful. My sister-in-law is extremely jealous and it's really draining. How do I deal with this? Oh, my girl, I'm so sorry that you have to be around that. How you deal with it is try to observe rather than react when it happens. So when you notice that your sister-in-law is being really jealous or she's doing little digs at you, imagine that you are stepping back energetically and looking at her as a younger child that is speaking from pain. And really, this is what's happening when everyone is acting insecure or jealous. We're all just little kids speaking from unhealed trauma and wounds. Give your sister-in-law that grace and observe her. This is how you lead with your feminine energy and openness and love. You understand she is not attacking you, she's attacking herself. She just sees herself through you. You are just the source that is triggering her. Try to remove your energy and your presence as much as possible. Stay in your high vibe space and understand that this is just a practice opportunity for you to not be triggered yourself, to learn how to observe rather than react. What is your course? So my course is called Become Your Dream Woman and Master Your Feminine Energy. It is the best thing that I've ever created. It's kind of like one-on-one coaching where I take you through how to heal old trauma and wounds, how to really dive deeper and connect to your feminine energy. It is my 101 guide to being in your feminine energy, all of the steps that you have to take to really be at that divine level. You are so amazing at speaking and communicating. Thank you for everything. Thank you, Christy. So sweet, girl. I love this color on you. You are honestly just the sweetest vibe. Oh, Sarah, thank you, girl. This is my favorite color. Favorite color in the world. I love turquoise. Okay, guys, I'm gonna take one more question, then I'm gonna go. How can I set boundaries with people I just met? What you're going to do to set boundaries with people that you just met, you are going to develop an alter ego. And what I mean by this is a side of your personality or another woman that's almost living inside of you that is the opposite of how you usually show up. So for example, if you tend to be a people pleaser or a good girl or really nice, your alter ego is someone who embodies a lot of dark feminine energy, who is almost more sassy, more fierce, more powerful, and she really easily speaks her mind. Develop that alter ego. Maybe it's a woman that you look up to. Maybe someone like Angelina Jolie or Rihanna, who's very, very confident and powerful in herself. When you are working with strangers, people that you just met, you switch into that energy. How would Rihanna respond to her? How would Angelina show up? How would she respond to a comment that they just made? Life is a movie. You are an actor. Choose how you want to act that day. You are the one that writes your script. How do you want to show up? Develop that alter ego. Find a woman that you look up to and literally imagine you are her. How would she show up in that situation? That is how you set boundaries easily. Oh, I just want to talk to you girls all day long, but I am going to go now. Thank you guys so much for all of the love, all of your amazing comments and questions. Again, I am so excited that we are at 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. This It just feels so good to have such a strong community of you guys. I really, really am so grateful for every single one of you. I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Please let me know any videos, ideas that you would like to see next. Really, really love your guys' suggestions. And I will see you very soon. Bye!